What up, my beautiful peoples? Welcome to another cast and crew interview with your boy. Deb is going to be throwing some questions at me today for the movie Love You to Death. You haven't seen it yet, hit the link below. Check it out. Also, check out What's Family, all 11 episodes. Great show. Also, Game Time. Check that out. Without further ado, let's get it popping. So let's hop right into it. We got Deb throwing the questions at me today. So let's go.
Welcome to the interview. Tell everybody your name and the character that you played.
All right, my name is Rizzy Renzo. And I played, I guess you'd say the big guy, the scary guy in Love You to Death.
How did you come up with the idea to do this movie?
Well, it came up, of course, we had you, Deb, and my wife, Jessica, and she had a friend that wanted to be, she said she would like to join in to one of our movies. And I was sitting there, I was like, what movie could I do with 3 women? What movie could I do? And I was like, I wanted something, I wanted to do a thriller, but I didn't know what kind of thriller. I'm like, you know what? How about 3 women? You know, us guys are always on the internet doing stuff. So what about the women who goes on the internet, finds a guy, but the guy is crazy? I'm like, that would work. I'm a big guy that would scare 3 women. It works perfectly. So I just wrote it up real fast and it came out pretty good.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
You said this was the fastest turnaround. How long did everything take?
For shooting and editing, it took 72 hours with no sleep. I didn't sleep at all to get all the filming done, to get all the editing done, to put the sounds and everything in there. It was very stressful, but I had lots of fun. But it took about 72 hours to get everything done, and that was the fastest I ever have turned anything around. I'm surprised I was able to do it, actually.
Can you explain some of the props that were used and how it all came together?
Okay, some of the props. First, I knew, I was like, okay, if we're going to do this, what could the girls fight back with? And I was like, a gun. So I had to go and buy a prop gun to use in the show. That's how I got the gun. The axe was hard. I'm like, man, where can I get an axe from? I want something fake, but something that looks real at the same time. So I had to buy a real axe and a fake axe. So I'm like, if I'm breaking through the door, I can't do it with a fake axe. But then we had to go buy a door because I didn't want to break your door. So I'm like, oh. So when we go by the door, I realized if the door was a lot taller than the door you have, had to get it cut. And I'm like, oh, man, I don't even know how to do this. So I called one of my good friends, Mark, and he's real handy with stuff like this and building and breaking down stuff. I went over there. We measured it up. He cut the door perfectly for us to put the door in. We had to paint it, which I realize now I should have painted both sides of the door, but I only painted one side. So when I kicked it open, you can see the other side wasn't painted. But thank you, Mark, for helping me out with the door. That was great. He's actually going to be helping me out with a lot more stuff as I film. Another good prop was the Breakaway Bottles. I've used them before on my Bad Morning Fort, which you can check down in the description. And those are just amazing to use. Like, you don't even feel them when they hit you, but they give a good sound and they break just like real glass is. But yeah, buying all the props together and getting them all together was kind of stressful because we only had one time to mostly use a lot of this stuff, especially the knife. The knife scared me the most. Jessica was going crazy, stabbed me with the knife, what made it look real. But when the last time it went into me, it didn't go in, and it hurt me pretty bad. I don't know if you remember when I was trying to get up from her just jamming the damn thing in me.
It didn't retract.
Yeah, it didn't retract properly, and it hurt me, which, be careful out there if any of you guys are using retractable anything, because if you have to realize sometimes mistakes happen. It happened to me. Lucky I didn't get really hurt, but it didn't retract in, and it did hurt pretty bad, but lucky it didn't, injure me a lot. But yeah, getting all those props together was nerve-wracking because I was like the door. Once I break in the door, I got one shot at this. And if it doesn't go, it doesn't go. And I think we all did a pretty good job, though.
And I'm still finding glass.
You still fighting glass?
Yes. But it's all good.
I apologize. I thought we cleaned everything up. It breaks. They break so like fine.
It just flew everywhere.
It did.
You
It did.
guys cleaned up amazing. Was it difficult working with somebody you've never met before or worked with before?
It wasn't difficult. It was challenging because I did not know anything about them. I didn't know what they looked like. I didn't know their attitude. I just know that I made a part for them, and I didn't know how they were going to take to it. So that was real challenging working with somebody, not knowing their boundaries or what they're actually capable of doing. But I love working with new people, and I will say that like it was fun. It was actually fun to have somebody new in the whole process. But like I said, it was very challenging because you never know what you're going to get, especially with somebody new. You don't know how they're going to react. You don't know how they're going to take to it. But we all work together as a crew. I love how we all help each other, and then it came out pretty good. But it was challenging working with somebody new. And thank you, Bree, by the way. Appreciate you joining the team.
What was the motivation behind doing something different out of your realm, per se?
I love to push myself as far as I possibly can. I love to try different avenues. I really don't get into the thriller, which some of you out there said it didn't come off as a thriller. It came off as a really funny movie. Either way, as long as you enjoyed it, I'm happy. But I want to push my boundaries. I want to do a goofy. We talked about that. Doing something like really goofy, comical. I want to get into something like really drama to get you to cry and tell a story. I just want to push myself and see where I end up. What kind of genre? I don't know which what I'm going to be sticking into. I just want to try everything. I want to see how far I can push myself, my abilities to film, my abilities to act, and my abilities to write. And everybody I work with, it's fun. And I want to try something different. It was Halloween was coming, and I was like, you know what? I want to do something a little bit different I've never done. And I'm playing the bad guy. I normally don't like being the bad guy, but I gave it a shot. It wasn't too bad. I didn't have any parts. Like I didn't have to say anything. I just had to move. That's what I liked about it. I didn't have to remember any lines.
It seems real.
Yes.
Is there going to be a number 2? This is a question that people asked.
Yes, there is going to be a number 2, not until next year for Halloween.
Another question they asked, but I think you've already answered it, was did it hurt to get hit with the bottles? And I think you clarified that already.
No, yeah, it didn't really hurt to get hit with the bottles. It did. I did get it hurt when Bree rushed me and
Hit you with the bat.
oh yeah, yes.
Another
The
prop.
bat. Oh my God, another prop. Yes, that bat. Let you guys know, the bat was a fake bat, but there was something hard in the middle. I should have checked the bat when we brought it, but I didn't. And it left like marks on my back. It hurt the next day when I woke up. I felt that bad. And when she rushed me, when she hit me, I was gonna play like I was falling. But when she hit me, I fell back on top of that table pretty hard. Like that hurt my butt a little bit. I ain't gonna lie about that. That was a pretty hard hit. But all in all, I enjoyed myself, and I would do it 1,000 times. Like I really would.
I'm excited to do number 2.
You excited to do number 2? Mm-hmm. Well,
A sequel.
I think that's gonna be pretty fun. I ain't gonna give no details on it. But that's a while from now. We have a lot more coming for you guys. Look in the description below for everything that we have right now. What's Family was an amazing show. Game Time is out right now. The first season of Game Time is almost over. Check out the trailer and the movie. Love You to Death. It's a great movie. It's a great watch. I love all the DMs that I get from you guys. I get a ton, but I appreciate it if you guys rock out with me, if you support me. Jump in the comments down below. Get the conversation started. Let me know you guys enjoying this by giving me the thumbs up. It just motivates me to keep this channel going, to keep bringing more entertainment for you guys. I love to hear what's on your mind. So remember, go down below, go in that comment box, write a little something, get the little fingers moving like you're on Twitter. I love to hear from y'all, and I love every single one of y'all. But always remember to be unique. is to be yourself. I love y'all. Peace. Ah! You already know it's your boy Rizzy.